I know that this is a different day. We usually don't do it the second Monday, but I appreciate y'all for hopping on and thank y'all for understanding. I didn't want to be doing a call on the evening of Andy James's birthday. So one of the reasons why we do this, right, is we can be present and be in charge of our schedule. So thank y'all for understanding that. Thank y'all for hopping on today to our call, our weekly grit training, monthly grit training call. So I'm going to get right into our shout outs, y'all. July was crazy phenomenal, y'all. It was insane. We enrolled 70 VIP customers, y'all, 70. So, we really, grew, more than doubled what we had done in June. So we are growing. We are in that momentum. A big, huge part of that is reset. And so y'all continue talking about the reset. People are loving it. People are seeing results. People are doing it more than once now, including myself. I'm about to start doing it tomorrow. About to do another one tomorrow. We have these reset groups every week, literally every week. They start on Tuesday and on Thursday. The posts go from Monday really to Saturday. But the 3 days for the reset are Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and literally every single week, y'all. And y'all are going to get tired of hearing me say this, but we really, really need to continue letting people know about the reset. And know we really went strong on that right after convention. And naturally you talk more about something that you're doing. So that's natural that when we were all doing it right after convention, we were talking about it. We need to continue doing that even on the, weeks or months that you're not doing it, because listen, y'all, you have not touched even a bit of the people who are going to do the reset. So please don't think, oh yeah, I had a lot of people start. I had, 5 people start, 10 people start, on the reset. That is not even touching the people, all of the people who you are going to get started on reset. There are so many of those people, y'all, that need to see your posts about reset and need to, receive your messages about reset 10 to 12 times. Remember those touch points, 10 to 12. Oh, hey, Janine, I love seeing your square. 10 to 12 times before they decide to purchase. And what a perfect time for Janine to put her screen on, because Janine was shared with me today that she had someone who had been saying for like a year, I'm going to purchase, and they purchased, right? So y'all, and it takes those follow-ups, like Janine said in the comment on the post that I shouted her out, she said, it's all about the follow-up. And it's true, y'all, the fortune is in the follow-up. And so there are people out there that they've seen your reset posts and they just need to see more before they get started. There are also people out there that have not seen any of your reset posts. And even if you're posting about reset every week, there are still people who have not seen them, y'all. Like, people aren't on Facebook as much as I'm on Facebook, right? Or you may be on Facebook. And even if they are, there's that algorithm. So keep those posts going, stay consistent. It's not just about the post too. It's also about the reaching out and those messages. But y'all, I will say this, in the next six months, there are going to be some incentives coming out. I don't even know what they are. I'm not going to lie. I don't know what they are, but I have been told by people who know what they are that there are incentives that are going to be rolling out in these next 6 months that are really going to push our, momentum for our business building, that are going to be big incentives, things that are rolling out that are big incentives that are going to make us want to grow our team more. So what we really need to be doing is setting that stage for that, to get ready and getting into those systems. And I'll get more into that in our training part of this. But I know I'm gonna sound like a broken record. I'm gonna continue sounding like a broken record, y'all. The reset, we have to continue focusing on that, continue being excited about that. We have the groups every week. And of course, it's not just about the reset, right? We still have all these other wonderful products that, we're always talking about. So remember the reset, the welcome pack, that is still going, right? How people can purchase the reset plus the welcome pack. I just enrolled somebody on that, with that yesterday. So remember, y'all, our other products, getting people started. And we'll get more into that again in the training. I also wanted to shout out, I think I'm saying it, Chastity Moore. She ranked silver. So she ranked up to silver in July. So big shout out to her. Great job, Chastity, for ranking up to silver. Also, y'all, success steps, right? We have the success steps going again because of this momentum in Plexus. The rewards that they were going to do, like it was going to be specific rewards and gifts. And I think that you could choose from. Well, we don't have that. I mean, because of the momentum, right? The Plexus is like, okay, where were the people that were giving it or doing the prizes, providing the prizes, right? They can't keep up with how many. So, and that's happening a lot, y'all. We're still in that, whole, what do you call it? Supply, demand, supply chain, all that stuff going on, right? So, but you know what? I'm not going to complain, y'all, because I don't know about y'all, but I love cash. Okay. I love cash. So when they switch these prizes from a prize to cash, I'm all for it. Okay. I'll take cash instead of that Theragun or whatever, any prize, any second. Okay. And I know I need it, but I still like my cash. So listen, y'all, the success steps, $100, $250, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, and $500. And I think that middle one is either 200 or 250. I believe it's 250. But Tiffany said same. So y'all look at, make sure you're, tracking your success steps. You also, I'm excited about this. If you go to your success steps in your dashboard, you can look at your team report. Under that, you can hit team report and you can choose what month. So right now it's showing August. You can drop down and look at July. And you can look at Lorna, and you can look at your how your team is doing for success steps. Like, oh, this person needs one more. This person needs two more. So make sure to be looking at that, letting people know, hey, you're 2 people away from $100. Because if you had that first step, enrolling 3 people, that's $100. And actually, if you get one of them, any one of them, you get $100. Okay. So it's enrolling 3 new VIPs, retaining 6 people, right? And also helping a level 1 do a rank advancement, right? To silver, brand new rank advancement. So any of those, y'all, you get one of those, it's $100. 2 of those, it's $250. 3 of those, it's $500. These do not stack, okay? So which is fine, right? I'll take it. So I'm shooting to get all 3 because who doesn't want an extra $500? And honestly, who doesn't want an extra $100? Okay, so I mean, let's shoot for those success steps. All right, so I just wanted to go over those things. Also, I want to shout out everyone who reached success steps in July. So bear with me, we had a good number. So these people achieved level 1 success steps. So shout out to Nikki Swain. Whoop, whoop, holla, Nikki's on here. Good job, mama. Also to Larna Atkinson. Woohoo, Larna. Good job, mama. Janine Dabon. Janine. Good job, girly. Adrian Williams also on here. All right, Adrian, I see you, boo. Maritza Sam. I don't think she's on here. Leslie Thompson. Way to go, Leslie. Derek Moore. Let's just be honest. Great job, Rhea. Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh, and Susan Bynum. Great job, Susan. Bertina Bennett. Yay, Bertina. She's on here. Good job, Bertina. Rachel Davis. Also, great job, Rachel Davis. And we also have, of course, Tiffany Wilson. Tiffany Wilson also enrolled 9 people. So big shout out. Great job, Tiffany and Rhea Moore. So those are your level 1 success step achievers. So great job, everyone. Now let's get on to talking about, are you growing deep or are you growing shallow? So think about it, y'all. And this can go so many places, right? Besides just Plexus, right? But let's talk about the Plexus business. But think about it. Something goes to the ground, right? Gets underground, starts to grow. And if it's real shallow, right? If it doesn't go deep in the ground, it's like, right under the ground, few inches, it's going to start growing and you're going to see that growth quickly. You're going to see it quickly, right? Because they don't have that far to go up. You don't, when you're right there kind of in that shallow ground. So you see that growth quickly. But what happens, y'all, when the wind comes, right? What happens when a gust of wind comes? Something pushes it, something challenges it, right? A drought. In Texas right now, we're going through a drought. So, but think about that wind. That wind comes and it just knocks that thing right over, pushes that thing right down. A lot of times it can take it right out of the ground. So yes, there was quick growth, right? But if you don't have that really, really deep planting of your roots, and y'all, this can be applied to so much more than Plexus, right? But if you don't have that deep planting of your roots, any little thing comes by and you're down on the ground, right? And so you have to replant. So what you want to do is you want to start planting those deep, deep roots. And what will shallow planting do, y'all? It will get you a silver, right? Or get you to silver. Okay. You just do those quick shallow plantings. You're like, okay, here's my link, girl. Just purchase this and try it for a month. That's that shallow planting. When you're like, just give it a month. And you know they need to give it more than a month, but you're thinking about points, not people, right? So when you're thinking about points and not the people, it's that shallow growing. It's that shallow planting. And you have some quick growth, but most likely it's not going to be there next month. But if you have that deep planting, y'all, really deep planting, and you are not just looking at immediate results, you're not just looking at what's going to happen immediately, but you're looking at long-term growth. You're looking at really setting your roots, right? Really planting your roots. And you are going to have deeper, stronger long-term growth. When that wind comes, you're going to be able to sustain that wind, okay? When that wind comes in the form of 10 people just like, oh, I don't want to order anymore, guess what? It's okay, because that's not all you have going for you. You don't just have these people that you're like, oh, just order for 1 month, right? You're doing all the things for that deep planting, for planting your roots, for that strong growth. So when that drought comes, like Texas is experiencing right now, y'all, we're not allowed to water our grass. Let me tell you, my grass it's like almost non-existent, okay? We can only water our yard 2 times a week. And do y'all know how hot it is out there? So it's like, okay. So when that drought comes, y'all, it's okay. You are going to survive that drought because you are planting deep roots. You are looking at all of the things you need to grow your business, not just these 6 points this month from one person. Okay. So let's dig deeper into that and really look at what habits we have in deep growth versus shallow growth. So I'm going to go over deep growth first and how we can really have deep growth, what we need to do. So get your pen and paper, right? First big thing, y'all, is onboarding. It's onboarding. Okay. So when you, and onboarding has to do with everything, y'all. It's when you're first talking to this person, what are you saying to them? What is your conversation looking like? Okay. What are the expectations that you're setting? Listen, y'all, if you're setting this expectation that, hey, in 1 year, you're going to be making $300,000 and you're going to be going to Hawaii and you're going to be emerald in 4 months, that's not a good expectation to set, y'all, because that is not the norm. And when people hit 4 months and they're not emerald, they're like, oh, this isn't for me, right? So that's that expectation of business builder. But even more important is the expectation of their health journey. What expectation of their health journey are you painting? Are you telling them that as soon as they drink this pink drink, by week 1, they're going to just feel phenomenal, feel like a different person. By week 2, their headaches are going to be gone, right? By month 1, right? Month 1 mark, they're going to have lost all of this weight, okay? And you're focusing on, you're saying, oh, you're going to lose a lot of pounds. Like, yes, we have these before and afters. We have these testimonies, y'all, but it's important to also share those before and afters and the testimonies long-term. Because remember when I share my testimony, like my daughter, Claire, right, with her migraines. I mean, it was really month 6 or 7, y'all, that we really, like, her migraines weren't dealing with anymore. And I make sure to share that part of her story when I'm sharing that. Yes, we saw some improvement before then, but thankfully, the person who brought me on told me you have to be consistent for 3 months, right? And she even told me some people to be consistent for 6 months or 9 months. That stayed with me. And I knew if I was going to be consistent, what else was I going to do? Keep taking medication? So let's at least try this and be consistent. And so it's really important, y'all, to set the expectation when you're talking to people. This is still under onboarding. You're talking to them and you're setting that expectation of, hey, you need to give it at least 3 months. I tell people when I talk to them, I always say, if you're going to try Plexus, that's not 1 month. You can't just try Plexus for a month. Trying Plexus is at least 3 months. It's at least 90 days if you want to try it. And I tell them, and even then, you're still not where you can be, right? If you're consistent for 6 months. I also let them know, be consistent, right? You have to take it every day. You got to take it every day. Also, drink your water, right? You need to hydrate. Also, it's not a magic pill. If you drink your pink drink and then you go to Taco Bell, probably not going to do anything for you. Okay. I'm just saying, right? I mean, if you take your balance, right, for your carbs, but then you eat like 3 loaded baked potatoes, it's not going to matter. The 48% blocking carbs and sugars is just not going to matter when you put in 500% into your body. Okay. So you have to set these expectations. It's not a magic pill. This is a health journey. This is not a quick fix. All right. You also need to let them know about possible detox, y'all. And I learned that the hard way. I lost people early on because I was scared to talk about detox when I first started Plexus. I just didn't want to, I was like, there's no way I'm bringing up anything bad. No way. And guess what? They were gone. And it wasn't until, and most of them don't tell you why. And it wasn't until like months later when they're like, well, I didn't want to tell you, but I was having headaches. Girl, that's okay. Or they'll be like, well, I didn't want to tell you, but I was using the bathroom too much. What? First of all, that's not really a detox. You're supposed to use a bathroom. Well, we're supposed to get rid of toxins, girl. That's what, like, we're in this notion, right, that we don't need to go to the bathroom as much. We don't need to, not even. And she was talking urinating, y'all. She wasn't even talking BMs, right? I'm like, girl, it's okay to have to urinate. That means you're hydrated, okay? So it's just things like that, y'all. You really need to set the stage for, and that's that onboarding. Part of that conversation comes with having an actual conversation. So that goes back to the people, not points. Because if you're just sending out your link and you're like, okay, here's how you order, and that's a wrap. And y'all, I understand sometimes you're going to send your link. I understand that. Some people just, they don't want to give you your information. They don't want to deal with it. They're like those kind of people that like, what is the problem, Rick? Just send me your link. I understand that. That's going to happen. But if you're going to do that, the least you need to do is find out their health goals, help them help figure out what the best welcome pack for them is, right? At least know what their health journey is. That's the worst case scenario, okay? Meaning when you're onboarding somebody. Best case scenario, you are on the phone with them, you're having an actual conversation, you're talking to them. Y'all, I get it. Then everybody has time to do that, okay? I understand if you're, especially if you're, a Tiffany Wilson and you're enrolling 9 people in a month, I understand you might not be able to do that. If you can, that's great. Because what you want to do, y'all, you want to get on the phone, you want to have an actual conversation with people. It's people over points. And you want to talk to them about their health journey. Okay. Figure out what they need with them, right? What's in it for me with them. Figure out what they need and help them get to what's in it for them. Help them get to their health goals. Help them get on that health journey. Let them know that this is a health journey, right? That it's not like a health quick fix. So, talk to them. Give them that, again, those expectations. Let them know how long it took for you to see a difference. Let them know all that you felt and the changes you saw in your first year. Okay. So you gotta really talk to people and know where they're trying to go. That's, again, y'all, part of that onboarding. Also, the subscription piece of it. Don't be afraid to tell them, hey, when your order goes in, it's going to automatically put you into subscription. Let that subscription go through. Let it go through. And I tell them you want that subscription to go through your first 3 months at the very least. Okay. And then I also let them know I have not stopped my subscription since July 2019, right? Because I know how well I feel and I don't want to stop that. So I let them know, look, my sub has been going through every single month for the past 3 years. I've not missed 1 month. And that's why I feel the way I do. That's why you see me having really annoying energy on my posts and my reels and my stories or whatever and no, I'm not on anything but Plexus. Okay. And it's because I have not canceled my subscription in over 3 years. Let them know that, y'all, but talk about the subscription. Be honest with people, because when you're talking about people, they are appreciative that you're saying, hey, it's going to go into a subscription and let it go through. You really want it to go through. If for some reason you can't do the subscription that month, let me know. I'll push it back so you don't lose your points. Okay. So you don't lose your free, product, Plexus product perks. And I tell them that. I'm like, look, for some reason you're not able to have that subscription go through, please let me know. Don't just cancel because you're going to miss out on free product. But you have to let people know this and be honest with them. We are not in the business of bamboozling. We are not in the business of tricking people. We are not in the business of trying to get, this order, get them to order and yada, yada. And without realizing there's an order going through. No, y'all that's not what we're here for. Okay. And so when you let people know things up front, they appreciate it and they receive that as just genuine care for them, genuine passion for their health journey, and people appreciate that. And you will see that you will have this long-term growth. You will have this deep, deep roots, right? You'll have this deep growth and not shallow growth. And here's the other part of deep versus shallow, y'all. Shallow growth is, and this is going on to the next thing. So that was our onboarding, right? Now, shallow growth, y'all, is the other part of that is wanting immediate results. Deep growth is seeing the long-term vision, seeing your long-term goals, and really looking past the immediate things. So that shallow growth, those are those points. That's that immediate gratification. Those are those immediate results. Let me just get this person to sign up for these 6 points. And when you don't look past that, you don't get into that deep growth and those deep roots and that long-term growth. And so you really want to look past just, oh, I just got to get these points. I just got to get these points. I just got to get these points. When you're in that mindset, you're going to be on a hamster wheel. So you're going to go on this hamster wheel and you're going to be running and running and running and gunning, and you're going to have a great month. But then guess what? On the 31st, you're going to be exhausted. You're going to get off of that wheel. And come the next month, you're like, I ain't getting on that wheel. I was running so fast this whole month. I'm tired. I'm not getting back on that wheel. A couple months goes by, you see that your points are like down to, you went from senior gold to silver, right? So you're like, oh, let me go back on the wheel. And you're running and running and running, right? Because you want to see those points come up real quick. But if you want to get off that hamster wheel and you want to just be able to see that continuous, steady, does not have to be a huge spike. It's just this continuous, steady growth. Then you have to look past this immediate points over people. Okay. So that's the other part of that, deep versus shallow. Also, y'all, when you're something else I wanted to say about onboarding in that conversation, referral cash back. And I kind of touched on this for a second with the business side of it. But when you're talking to people, you're also able to let them know about the business. That's a big, big thing that changed my business. I was scared to talk to people about the business early on because I didn't want them to think that I was just trying to make a buck off of them, right? So I didn't want to talk about the business side because that commission was a bad word in my mind, right? I know now that it's not, but I didn't want to talk about it because I didn't want them to think, oh, I'm not just here for points. Excuse me, I'm just here. I didn't want them to think I was just here for points and cash and commission. So I was scared to talk about it, y'all. But then I saw the blessings that it was bringing in for me. And I was like, oh, this is a blessing everybody needs to know about. And y'all, whether they want to do the business or not, everyone loves free product. Because remember, they don't have to take the cash and become an ambassador. They can take product now. They can choose, oh, I want free product. So you should be letting every single person know about this as soon as they enroll. As soon as they enroll, let them know, hey, if you refer 3 people, you can get this cash back, or you can actually get your products for free. At the very least, you're letting them know about that. And then I go a step further. So I let them know, hey, you can get cash back, you get products for free. And then look, listen, this has helped me not go back into an office with no windows. This has helped me be present with my children. This has helped me put a pool in my backyard if you want to, want to go to all these extras right now. But what else has helped me do? This has helped me, get my daughter more resources. This has helped me look at other schools, possibly for my kids. If I want to take them out of the public school system, we have that option. This has helped, my husband not work on weekends, right? And we have him. This has helped me pay off a gobsmackers amount of healthcare bills. So I take it past the pay for your products, if you refer 3, you get this cash back. And I let them know specifically what it has done for me. And y'all, it does not have to be, up here to, paying off $50,000 and putting a pool in, right? It can be, hey, I was covering my daughter's preschool tuition. This covered our groceries for the month, right? Any of that, y'all, not everyone is looking to be this diamond. Not everyone is looking to be an emerald, right? And that is fine. So just let people know the possibility. Some people may be like, look, I just want to take my kids on a vacation every few months. I just want to drive to Florida coast. Okay, girl, we got you. Let's do this. So let people know about the possibilities and let them know all the ranges, right? Because I recently learned that myself when someone told me, I'm interested in the business, Rhea, but I'm not trying to do it full time like you are. And I'm like, oh, that's fine. Like, I'm not saying only full timers come on through, you know? So that's part of that onboarding. Also, y'all, let's talk about the retention side of it. Deep growth, retention. Retention. It starts with the onboarding. It starts with what you're saying when you're talking to them, but it's also in that follow-up. So I just hit bump on a post in Grit, and it is this checklist where I printed it out. Okay. This checklist that I had posted that Angela Webb created. And where did I printed out the better one? Rhea Moore. Okay, well, I'm gonna just use this one. Okay, so this is the one like before I printed out the all of it. But in Grit, y'all, I commented with bump, and when you do that, it just bumps it up to the front because there's a comment on it, right? Bumps it up to the top. But if you see, it's a checklist. It's a VIP or an enrollment checklist. It has like Angela Webb on the title or something. But it literally, y'all, it has like name, sign up date, did they order a reset start date, and then it has your checklist for week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 6. And it's like, okay, add them to Made for More, add them during Health and Happiness. And of course, if they're interested in the business, you'll add them to Grit. But this is the one Angela did for the larger team. Week 1 has, okay, share this, getting started guide, pivotal sign up, send their referral link, explain the perk points. Week 2, check in with them. Week 3, check in their intent to reorder, recommend new products, 30-day check-in, 45-day check-in. So y'all, it's really good. And you can put the person's name and then you can just check. So I was trying to look for the one that I use, that I write on. But this is the list. It's in the files. And I also bumped it. So if you're on Grit and it's sorting by like latest activity, it should bump up. Okay. That's a checklist, y'all. That's that systems, right? And so that's what I mean by, get your cadence together now, get your rhythm together now, really get into those systems now. Because again, I don't know what the incentives are, but I'm being told like in the next 6 months, there's going to be some things rolling out, and we are really going to want to, that are going to be big incentives for us to grow our team. Okay. So you want to really get into that rhythm. So that's part of that deep growth, those systems, that retention versus that shallow growth. Shallow growth is no retention. It's your points are just dropping and they're popping up. You're exhausted. They're dropping, popping up, exhausted. So you have to really check in with people. All right, let's see. Also, part of that deep growth, y'all, is getting control of all those moving parts. And that takes time. And what I mean by moving parts is the checklist that I just shared with you, right? Onboarding people correctly, talking to them, but also you're doing your regular posts. You're in your stories. You are not only posting, but you're interacting with other people. You're commenting on their posts. You're interacting on social media. Listen, y'all, that social media piece is so important. And that's another thing. When you're shallow growth, you may not be posting. If you're thinking about the shallow growth, you may not be posting every day because you're like, oh, I really don't see a difference. I really don't see, people commenting, no one's liking, yada, yada. Can't go off of that anyway. You can't go over off with likes and comments anyway. But if you're in that thought, if you want those immediate results, you're not going to be posting consistently, because daily posting is not going to get you immediate results. Like we say it all the time. That's planting seeds. Okay. So your daily posting is planting seeds. And it took me about a year of consistent posting before I had people actually reach out to me. And that's not where the majority of my enrollments come. But I do have people that reach out to me like, okay, I'm ready to start Plexus. And they'll mention a post, y'all, that I posted like 2 years ago. And so they've been looking at my post for 2 years, and now they're ready to get started. So you have to be planting those seeds, and you have to be posting regularly, knowing that that post may not get any likes, may not get any comments, but it is planting those seeds and people are seeing it. Knowing that the next post you post of your child doing something crazy is going to get hundreds of likes and comments, or 50 likes and comments, or however many. And the Plexus post right after it is not going to get any. They still seeing it. They're seeing it, right? People just be scared to hit that. I don't know why people scared to hit that thumbs up button. Like they act like hitting that thumbs up button is going to make their like credit card go through for Plexus or something, right? Like people just scared to comment or like our Plexus post. That's okay. They're seeing those, y'all. They're seeing them, okay? All right, so that's the other part of that. Just getting control of all the moving parts. I'm still figuring out how to do that, okay? 3 years later, I'm still figuring out how to do that, y'all. And over 2 years as a Jewel with a Jewel Plus team, and I'm still figuring out how to get all the moving parts. But you know what? I'm improving every month. I'm figuring out and I'm improving every single month of how to get into my rhythm. And a big part of that, y'all, a big part of that, and this on my best months, is when I wake up in the morning. And I purposely wake up earlier, right? So I've been waking up at 6 a.m. Even throughout the summer. We have no, we don't need to be out the house at 7:30, but I'm waking up at 6 a.m. and I have at least an hour really to focus, sometimes 2 hours. Now my oldest, Claire, she wakes up, she's an early bird. She's up before me and she'll go walking with me. But what I'm saying is that after we go for our wake up, we go for our walk, right? Come back and I'm focused on myself, not even plexus yet, myself. So I read my devotion. I do some what they call scribing. So like I'm in that, and that's a part at the end of like my daily devotion. Each day at the end has a part where you write, right? So I read my devotion. Then I write, I say my affirmations, right? And I get out and do some physical activity, get my juices flowing and get some good sun to wake me up, right? And then I go into my my morning rounds, my plexus morning rounds, this sheet right here, okay? So y'all, the morning rounds, I posted that. And we are, if you're in, what do you call it? That 90-day coaching, with Robin, you're already doing this. Even if you're not in the 90-day coaching, then you do this and send to your accountability partners every day, right? But so I fill this out, and I start doing that. I'm focusing on it, called my morning rounds, right? And so when I do that every morning, y'all, I have a really good month. And I did that every day in July, except for when I was like, what do you call it? Had to run home or, something like this. Things happen, right? Family emergency, whatever, things happen. But I did that. I started doing it in June. I did all June, all July. And y'all, I had a really, really good couple months, and I'm going to continue doing that. And so that's what I mean by really intentionally starting your day for that long-term growth, for that deep-rooted growth, and not just that shallow growth, okay? So you really need to set your goals, looking at that big picture. So that's how I set my daily goals. These are my daily goals. I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of people, I used to try to do it the night before. Like a lot of training, you'll see it's like, okay, the night before, set your to-do list for the night before. I'm not good at doing that, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not good at doing that. I'm good at this. I'm good at this list that I have to fill out and waking up in the morning and doing that. Now, throughout the day, when I'm like, oh, I need to do that, I'll write it on my to-do list. Okay. So this is my, like I have this stack of paper on my desk, right? So it looks like this, right? So I have it's the same thing every day. So this is this little stack and I have it on my desk. So when I have to do something, right, and I think about it, but I'm in my daily rounds in the morning, I write it down here, right? Like, okay, I need to get that done today. I need to get that done today. And so I write it down. And so this becomes my next day's to do also. It's kind of like a running to do, because I know myself and I don't stop at night and stop and think about all the things I need to do tomorrow and make this to-do list, right? And they just come to me throughout the day. So I have my sheet right there and I write down, okay, that's what I need to do. But every morning, y'all, I wake up and I focus on my daily rounds. I do my devotion, I get outside, I do my writing, I say my affirmations, and then I get right into this. And it's so much better than waking up, opening my eyes and grabbing my phone and thinking, what can I do today for my business? What can I post? Because guess what? I think to myself, what can I post? Let me look for something to post, right? So let me go and let me search Reset. And let me search, Plexus. Let me, this diamond that I follow, let me see what she's posted lately. What happens, y'all? You open up Facebook, notifications pop up. Oh, let me read my notifications. Oh, what is she doing now? Oh, she liked my post. Oh, is that a new picture of her? Let me see her profile picture. Oh, she looks good. Where is that? Let me comment on that. Oh, Hawaii. Oh, hey, girl. Let me comment on her Hawaii picture. And while I'm doing that, something pops up in Messenger, right? And my neighbor is asking me about who did my cabinets. Oh, let me answer her. So let me go look. Oh, I can't remember the name of it. Let me search my contacts as who did my cabinets, right? Found who did my cabinets, send that name to my neighbor. And now what was I doing? 30 minutes later, what was I doing? So y'all, that's what happens. I don't know about y'all, but that's what happens to me in the morning when I pick up my phone and think, let me do some work. let me figure out what I'm gonna post today. It doesn't work out. I get all kinds of distracted. So how I start my day, right, is what they call savers. Okay, write this down, y'all. Savers. Okay. So what do you call Lorna, help me out with the S. If you remember the S, Lorna. Lorna, what is my S, child? Why am I drawing a blank? Huh? Oh, I found it. Did you say I don't know? Lorna say I don't know. I found it. Silence. That's probably why I couldn't remember. Okay, so savers, y'all. The S is silence. So just for a moment, just have some silence. That is so hard for me, and I'm sure there's no surprise to you, but it's very hard for me. I don't like silence. Okay, it does not make me happy. I like movement and noise, right? So silence. So I wake up and I don't have to immediately do something. Okay, just have your moment. Have some silence. Affirmations. The A, we're still in savers. The A is affirmations. Say your affirmations, y'all. This is part of that deep growth. So my affirmations that I say in the morning, my team is in momentum. This team is going to have its best month. I will be in Hawaii next year with at least 10 jewels. I am having a phenomenal month. My team is in momentum. So I say those regularly, y'all. I say them every single morning. And a lot of times I say them more than just in the morning, right? And one time Lorraine was like, you're going to have 10 jewels with you in Hawaii? I'm like, yes, girl. Yes. Because she just heard me saying out loud, because you say them out loud. So that's the A, affirmations. V for savers is visualization. So actually, while I'm saying these, y'all, I am visualizing it. I am literally visualizing all of us, at the luau, at the white party in Hawaii. I'm visualizing all of us taking a boat ride together in Hawaii. And I'm not just like visualizing a party on a boat. I literally am visualizing y'all's faces with me. I'm visualizing your husbands or your spouse, your significant other. I'm visualizing your children, dancing at the luau with my children. Like I'm seeing their faces. I am visualizing this. I am visualizing y'all walking across the stage at convention. I am visualizing us all holding our diamonds together and taking pictures on the stage together. Okay. I'm visualizing that. Exercise. That's when I go walk with my 12-year-old. That's the E for in savers. Exercise. It does not, and I'm not talking about like going to the gym. Okay. And if you go to the gym, yeah, that's great. But this is that morning hour. Okay. And this can take you as little as 30 minutes, take you to an hour. You don't want to take more than an hour. Okay. In the morning, it's exercise, some type of movement. You may stretch, get your yoga mat out and do some stretching, but do some type of exercise. Have some dumbbells, even light free weights next to your bed. And so you do some light weights, you do some push-ups, do some yoga, but some type of movement and exercise. That's the E. Now the R is reading. And that's where my devotional comes in. And then the S is scribing. Y'all heard me say, scribing, but it's writing in my devotionals, and there's questions at the end of each day. And so that's my scribing. That's writing down my thoughts after that devotional. And so those are the savers, y'all. I've been doing those every morning in June and July. Lorna has recently joined me also in doing those. So at 6 a.m. we are texting each other. And Lorna's actually better about, she'll be texting me like, I'm up, are you up? So if you want to join our 6 a.m. crew, and 6 a.m. on Monday mornings, we are in a Zoom. And so shout out Lorna and Janine were on that Zoom this morning. Shout out to y'all. But savers, so that's silence, affirmations, visualization, exercise, reading, and scribing. And remember, y'all, that Monday morning, that's the 6 a.m. Monday morning, that's the power hour now. So remember, it's no longer the half hour on Tuesday. It's that 1 hour, 6 a.m. on Monday mornings. So that is a new thing that we're doing that I think was started last month. Yeah. So if you haven't seen that graphic, if you haven't hopped on with us, hop on with us. It's the same Zoom as the half power hour we used to do on Tuesdays. It's the same Zoom ID. It's just Monday mornings. Also, Adrian does a power hour on Fridays at noon. So we have all of these times you can do this. I like to do these in the morning. It really does, the savers, I mean, it really does make a difference starting my morning off like this. Because when I don't, I'm just like, what do I have to do? And I'm going nonstop. And I don't actually stop until the evening time. And by then, y'all, our mindsets are just different. We're tired. People have gotten on our nerves. You know, you've been to work, you've been back, you haven't eaten, your stomach is growling, you're in a mood. And it's different when you start your day off with savers. That's part of that deep growth. Okay, so I'm going to finish up because we're getting at 8:42. My bad, y'all. I'm going to go over my notes to make sure that deep growth, like I said, is people over points. The daily IPAs, which we call morning rounds. That's the sheet that I showed y'all. And so I have it in the sleeve. Angela Webb made that suggestion. I put it in this little clear sleeve so that I can use my Expo marker, my dry erase marker, and I can just use this every day. I wipe it clean every day and I rewrite on it. Okay, so that's part of planning your day, that deep growth. And so y'all, that's basically the shallow growth. What is shallow growth? Exact opposite. It's exact opposite, y'all. It's thinking about the points over people. It's not having conversations when you're onboarding. It's not even knowing their goals, not even knowing their health journey, not knowing what they need and not caring. That's just that shallow growth that wind is going to come and just knock it down. Also, only focused on those immediate results. Like I said, that hamster wheel, not praying over your business. Y'all pray over your business. Pray over your business. I didn't do that at the beginning. I remember Robin was like, are you praying over your business? And I'm like, And then I was like, yeah, you know what? I need to pray over my business. And then a couple months later, she said, are you praying over your business? I was like, yep. She's like, are you getting on your knees and praying over your business? I was like, no, I'm just doing it while I'm laying in the bed. You know, she's like, get on your knees and pray over your business. I started doing that, y'all. And 3 months later, I was Emerald. Okay. And so I got on my knees and I started praying over my business. And y'all, it's not a bad thing. Okay. No, I wasn't praying, dear God, let me make some money so I can put a pool in my backyard. No, but I was saying, God, please guide me in this business to be a vessel for people. Guide me for my team to help us grow how you want us to grow, how we know we should grow. So I was getting on my knees and praying over my business for me to be able to provide for my team what you need, for me to be able to see what I need to see and be a positive light and a positive vessel in people's health journey. And I also prayed, Lord, help me go past my fears and letting people know about the business, because God, I know what this business has done for me. So Lord, please let me get over myself and share this with other people so that they can help people like I've been helping people, right? And not just my family, but charities that are near and dear to my heart, y'all, that I'm able to donate even more to. So pray over your business, get on your knees and pray over your business. Shallow growth is not praying. Shallow growth is not affirming your business. Shallow growth is not writing out your goals and writing your long-term goals. This is the last thing I'm going to talk about. Y'all, these goal sheets, your goal sheets. And I think I already put mine in here's mine. No, here's my goal sheet, right? Y'all, your goal sheet. This is my July goal sheet. I had my, what do you call it? I had my coaching call with Robin today. I don't care what rank you are. I still turn in my goal sheet, right? We had our coaching call today, our monthly coaching call that I had with her. Y'all, those last 2 pages in the Launching Strong document, right? Print those out. I have a bunch. This is how I do it, y'all. I print out like 20 at a time. They're all blank, right? So I just print out like 20 at a time. I put it in my desk. And so I just grab them and I fill them out every single month. It also has areas for your long-term goals. You're writing out where you were last month, where you want to be this month, where you're going the next 5 years, how you see yourself, what you need from yourself, what are your weaknesses, what are your strengths, what you need from your sponsor. Y'all, take 5 minutes. Okay. I'll give probably 10. Take 10 minutes to fill this out. Okay. That's that long-term growth. That's that deep growth. That's seeing long-term where you want to be. And listen, y'all, if you can't take 10 minutes to fill this out, I mean, come on. And I'm speaking, I had to say that to myself because there are months where I didn't fill it out at all. Right. And those were not good months. And, I was like, Ray, if this is really a priority to you, you need to fill this out. And it truly, truly helps to see where I was, where do I want to go? So shout out to everyone who does fill this out and send it to me. or excuse me, or send it to, not just me, but send it to your upline, right? Your sponsor. And if your upline is not active, right, then send it to the nearest upline who is active in the business. Okay. Find some accountability partners and send it to them in a group chat. But fill this out, y'all. It will help. So that's the last part of that deep growth versus that shallow growth. And so when you have those deep roots, y'all, you'll go through those droughts, you will go through those storms, but you will still be there when it is over, right? You still be there when it starts raining down on you. Okay. You'll still be there when those blue skies come out past that storm. Okay. After that storm. All right. And like I say, when it's rainbows and unicorns with your health too. All right, y'all. So I know I kept y'all a little bit longer. Thank y'all for joining tonight. I appreciate y'all. Does anyone have any questions? You open up the chat. Let's see. Oh, thanks, Lorna.
Quick question, right quick.
Yes.
Adrienne recommended a book, Miracle Morning.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the author of that, Adrienne? Is it Hal Elrod? I'm just looking it up in my little audio books.
I remember her saying that too. I don't know, Adrienne, if you can hear us, but we can put the what do you call it? What do you call that, y'all? The author. So
author and maybe a messenger if she gets a chance. No rush.
Okay. Okay. So Miracle Morning.
No rush. Okay.
But yeah, I remember her saying that book. So Miracle Morning.
Were y'all asking me something? I'm
yes.
sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, here I am.
You're fine, girl. Sharma was asking the author of Miracle Morning book.
Oh, Hal Elrod.
Okay, good.
Can you put it in the chat right quick, Adrienne?
Yes, ma'am.
So everyone else can have it.
Oh, it was, it's on Audible too. I'm pretty sure I did the Audible because I was not, I haven't been back into reading physical books except Momentum Makers.
Okay.
Yeah, Hal Elrod. I'll put that in there. But yeah, was there anybody have any other questions about it?
Does this look familiar to you, Adrienne?
Yep, that's it.
Okay.
I had to see who was on here before I turned on my video.
Okay. Okay, so it's Hal, H-A-L, Elrod. You said I had to see who was on here.
Yeah. And one more book.
I'll put that on there.
I need to read Go for No.
Thank you. Oh yeah.
Is this it right here?
I haven't read Go for No yet.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Familiar?
Yeah, I think that is it. That looks right. I think they have maybe like the latest version has like a kind of a different, but that looks, who's the author on there?
Richard Fenton.
Okay.
And Andrea Waltz is what it says.
Okay, I'm sure that has to be it. I mean, I'm sure that has to be it. Go for No. It has to be like network marketing.
It doesn't say it on the cover. Let me see.
Go for Now. I don't think I have Go for Now. I've read some. I think I had it on Audible or something.
Okay.
Yeah. Hold on. Let's see. Go for No. I just want to see. Yeah, that's it. Yep.
Okay.
That's cool. It's red and yellow.
Yeah, I got it. Thank you so much.
All righty.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, Charmin. Janine, your hair is looking good, girl. I see you. What the? I see you, boo.
That's because my braider was like, you need to take the braids out, girl. Trying to hold on for dear life.
You're looking good, boo. All right, y'all. Thank you for hopping on tonight. Everyone have a great night, okay?
Thank you.
Good night.
Bye, y'all.
Bye. Thank you, Rhea.
Thank y'all.
Thank you, Rhea.